All right, let's get right into this. We are looking at one of the most high-stakes investment pitches you can imagine. The core idea? It's about solving one of the oldest problems for the super rich. How do you make a fortune and the genius that built it actually last forever? And the solution they're proposing? Well, it's straight out of science fiction. So the pitch kicks off with this really powerful scene. Picture a billionaire founder, someone like a Jeff Bezos or a Terry Go, asking their kid that simple question. But, in today's world, a question like that, it just hits different. The real challenge for these families isn't about building the next great company anymore. It's about preserving the legacy of the first one. It's a perfect way to frame the modern dilemma of succession. And this really gets to the heart of the problem. For the wealthiest families on the planet, the thing that keeps them up at night isn't losing a bit in the market. No, their biggest fear is that the unique mindset, that gut instinct, the actual genius that created the fortune in the first place is just going to vanish when they do. It's about trying to bottle lightning. Now, this isn't some new anxiety. The pitch does a great job of grounding this problem in a historical pattern that's been documented for centuries. It's a curse, really, that has haunted dynasties and brought down empires. And if you want to know just how big this problem is, look at this number. 90%. That is how many family fortunes are completely gone. Not just smaller, but completely wiped out by the time the grandkids take over. It's staggering. This is what they call the three-generation curse. And the pitch is very clear. This is not a fluke. It's not just bad luck. It's a statistical certainty. I mean, history is just a graveyard of great family fortunes, from the Vanderbilts all the way up to modern tycoons. An empire that took a lifetime to build can just disappear in a few decades. So the big question is, why? Why does this keep happening? Well, it's not market crashes or bad investments. Not usually. The weakest link, the point of failure, is always us. It's human. That insane founder-level discipline just fades. Emotional decisions start creeping in. And that critical knowledge, that sixth sense for the market, you just can't pass that down like a stock certificate. You're left with the money, but none of the intelligence that made it. And this is where we get to the core of the pitch, the solution. And it's radical, it's futuristic, and it's designed to take that human weakest link completely out of the picture. They call it the Immortal AI Heir. So what is this thing exactly? Well, they're pitching it as an autonomous AI avatar, a digital entity that is trained to become a literal copy of its creator's financial mind. This isn't just some fancy trust fund, it's an active intelligence. It learns, it trades, it performs, and it compounds that original genius forever, 24/7, relentlessly. And this slide just nails the comparison. It draws this incredibly sharp contrast. Every single human weakness gets flipped into an AI strength. You see a human successor, they can be emotional. The AI, it's pure, cold, hard reason. A person gets older, they get tired. The AI is timeless, and it is absolutely relentless. A human forgets, the AI has perfect, total recall. At the end of the day, the value proposition is this simple. You are swapping out the fatal flaw of human inconsistency for pure mathematical precision and unwavering 24/7 discipline. No fatigue, no emotion, no bad days. Ever. Okay, so an idea this big, this audacious, it needs a serious blueprint to be credible, right? You can't just say you're going to do it. So, to make this believable, the pitch anchors its whole strategy to a real-world, almost mythical benchmark of performance. And they picked the absolute gold standard. And that standard is Jim Simons of Renaissance Technologies. If you know anything about finance, you know his performance is the stuff of legend. But here's the twist. The team behind this pitch, they see themselves as AI scientists standing on the shoulders of giants, specifically the IBM speech scientists, guys like Peter Brown and Robert Mercer, who first helped Simons build his system. Their whole pitch is basically, we get the source code of his genius. And here is the number that created that legend, 66%. That was his firm's average annual return for 3 straight decades. A run so impossibly consistent that people say his main fund never had a single losing day. That is the mountain this AI is being built to climb. So how on earth is a number like that even possible? Well, the pitch breaks down the Simon's method, and it is completely counterintuitive. See, it's not about making these huge, risky home run bets. It's the exact opposite. It's about using algorithms, many of which were first designed to tell human speech apart from background noise, to find thousands of tiny, predictable signals hidden in all the chaos of the market. The goal is a teeny tiny gain, maybe just 0.16% a day. But you compound that day in and day out, and it explodes into that insane 66% a year. And here's the hook, the secret sauce. They claim the key to decoding all that market noise lies in a surprisingly simple idea they took from speech recognition, turning tones, highs and lows, into a language. Using that algorithm, their AI has supposedly found a unique structural signature. They've codenamed it 6666. It's a specific pattern of buys and sells over an 8-hour window that signals a huge market move is coming, a move that has enough market memory to be profitable for the next 8 hours. So you've got the problem, you've got the solution, and you've got the technical blueprint. But the vision here goes way beyond creating a tool for just one family. The goal is to build an entirely new kind of global institution. The ambition here is just massive. The plan isn't to build one AI heir, it's to create a global platform of 1,000 of them. They want to roll this technology out to power the family offices of the wealthiest dynasties all across Asia and America. They're trying to engineer a new kind of financial institution that's built to last forever. And the market for this? It is absolutely enormous. And they argue it's a market that's desperate for this exact solution. We are talking about over $6 trillion currently being managed by family offices, and every single one of them is staring down the barrel of that same 3-generation curse. So that brings us to the deal itself. The terms are pretty straightforward. They're asking for $5 million in exchange for 20% of the company. That's based on a pre-money valuation of $20 million. And to back that number up, they've got some pretty solid social proof, saying the valuation was established by Vertex Ventures, a top VC in Singapore, and that they're also funded by Morningside, which is a highly respected family office in Asia. And so we kind of end up right back where we started, but the question now is so much bigger. The entire pitch, everything we've just talked about, it really boils down to this fundamental philosophical shift in what a legacy can even be. Think about it. For all of human history, passing down wealth has been, well, it's been fragile. It's depended on the totally unpredictable chain of human inheritance. What this proposal is suggesting is that, for the first time, technology might actually offer a path to perpetuity. It's a shift from just leaving a legacy to chance to actively engineering one with precision. Which leaves all of us with the billion-dollar question, doesn't it? Is this the moment that changes everything? Could artificial intelligence really be the key that finally breaks the 3-generation curse? It allows for the creation of the first truly eternal family dynasties? That's the question this pitch leaves us all to think about.